Comedian Sarah Silverman recently took to Instagram to speak out about a not-so-funny experience she had during her latest mammogram. Sarah claimed that the male radiologist technician lingered his bare hands too long on her breasts, even dragging his fingers across them, after she had expressly told him not to the year before. Sarah said, in part, it is his job to be aware that this is vulnerable for a woman. Wear, capital letters, gloves.
Oh my gosh.
This isn't a date.
Crazy.
For him to be so arrogant that he didn't even internalize the problem when I said something to him is obnoxious, and probably a subconscious power thing if we're getting deep. Ladies, do you think Sarah's experience is something that a lot of women have experienced before?
Yeah,
I've never had a mammogram before.
When he did it the first time, she should have reported him.
But this is the thing. I don't know. The first time you have a mammogram, you don't know what it's supposed to be.
Right.
I know now because I've had like 2 of them. First of all, it's very little touching from the technician.
Exactly.
You flop that sucker on there, they squeeze it like a pancake, it hurts.
But they have gloves on.
They have gloves. I can't even imagine somebody touching your boob without gloves on.
Yeah.
Right.
And there's no need to.
That feels like it's protocol.
When you have to move it, you move it. They tell you where to move it. So him having his hands on her boob at all, running his fingers across,
but
he was
see,
out of
you
line.
know what? If I ever, because, you know, I go to the doctor a lot, and if I see they not putting on gloves, I tell them, hey, player, put on some gloves.
Yeah. You have to speak up for yourself. It's so important that women recognize that they have a voice and that they have the right to use it. Now, you can use it respectfully, but use your voice. And in this situation, I'm glad she spoke up. But why would you go back to the same person again?
But if she didn't know that it wasn't supposed to happen, how would she know? She knows now.
I do have to say, this not being funny, this being real. I got a big boob, so I do need help sometimes with my boob
to get it in.
Yeah, to help fit it, because it take a gang of us. So it's like,
shut up. You're so dumb. I can't even. But you know what though? On the real, I actually don't know what the protocol is for a mammogram. I might be that woman who's sitting there and homie's touching me with full skin.
No. Anybody touching your body should wear gloves.
And
I have a question.
They don't have to touch your boob that much. If anything, it's a shifting. Once they put it in there, they might tell you to move and raise your hand, and you might have to shift. But nobody should be in there fingering your boob.
Fingering and all that. And I'm gonna tell y'all something about mammograms. We just want to reiterate that they hurt a little, but it's so worth it.
So
it's like
get it done.
It's not that. It's get it done because it's very, very important. So don't be afraid of that.
I'm curious though. So I understand on the mammogram side, but what about when they just do a breast exam, where they have you put your arm up and It
still should be gloves and just get around there.
Yes.
They get around. They shouldn't linger. If they're lingering, something's going on.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the gloves should be so important to know.
This is the thing. If they're lingering, something's going on in that either they're trying to cop a feel or they actually feel something. So either way, if they're lingering, something is going on.
Yeah.
Got it.
And the gloves now are skin tight, so you can feel right through them. I mean, he's wearing dishwashing gloves or something. That's a little suspect.
And it's true for all doctors. This is true. You should be wearing gloves. They're checking you. They're also, you know, the conversation should be professional.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be like, hey.
What you doing later?
Yeah, that's super awkward.
I'm gonna be a little extra. For me, if you're going to be examining, I actually also would prefer you not to make eye contact. I don't know why. It's just weird to me. Like, can you imagine me all up on your breast and being like,
okay, I have a question. Do you guys
I want you to look, I want you to act like you're hearing something, like you're spinning a record, like you're like, eh.
I'm like, do you feel more comfortable if it's a woman? Can you make eye contact with a woman?
Yes, but I also don't want to. I don't want to.
I
don't want to feel like I can't give male doctors the opportunity to do what they do best.
Yeah,
like, I want to base
Yeah.
it on talent and skill.
And a lot of times, male doctors will have someone in there.
They should have someone in there.
Depending on what the examination is, especially if it's vaginal, they will have somebody in there.
Women
you know,
too.
like
Women have people in there too.
Just to check. So if you do feel uncomfortable, maybe ask, can a nurse, you know, stand in there with us and, you know, stuff like that.
That's right. Again, you have the right
hurt.
to have a voice and use it.